How does it happen? Let's find out. It takes a team to find the right path. And at the Lake Charles Manufacturing Complex, the refinery supply chain is fluid. It has a foundation of strong leadership. Begins with the refinery manager, moves on to the manager of tech services, the supply chain lead. Then it breaks down into advisor sourcing, advisor JV partner contracts, leading contractor, lead warehouse, senior accounting staff e-payables, and senior specialist, senior accounting staff procurement specialists. Integrated supply is a materials management approach that allows our organization to form partnerships with a limited number of maintenance, repair, and operating MRO suppliers. This allows us to cut costs and be assured of timely delivery of materials. MRO materials and purchases. MRO purchases represent only 12% of the total materials purchases. Procurement, however, MRO materials purchases account for 70 to 80% of all procurement material management resources. Our warehouse stocks all of our standard supplies. They're available with written or verbal requests. Materials are distributed with all items being tracked through a database software program that allows the tracking of items for procurement to use, including returns and specialty items. One key aspect of supply chain management is the procedures that must be followed for the materials, supplies to be available, accessible, or attainable to personnel when they're needed. Initial stocking of an item. The warehouse maintains an inventory of standard stock items. All items in and out of the warehouse must be accounted for through a tracking system. Requisitioning materials accompanied by a charge code, and non-standard items requested go to a procurement specialist. Kits are materials needed for a specific job that are pulled, ordered, and packaged together for that job prior to release to the mechanical personnel that has requested it. The SAP software program is used throughout the Phillips 66 organization. It has many levels and aspects. Supply chain management utilizes this software for notification of needed repairs, materials requests, inventory management, job complete, incomplete indication, labor hours, application to jobs, payroll, and more. Process operations, the work never stops. Routine maintenance is performed on equipment on a regular basis. However, it's up to the process operator to monitor that equipment and enter a notification into the SAP system when repairs become necessary. Once a notification is entered, the warehouse will supply the necessary materials to prepare the equipment for repairs. Operators order routine supplies for the unit as well, such as PPE. That includes gloves, safety glasses, hearing protection, lockout tagout materials, hoses, cleaning supplies, and even paper, pens, and clipboards. A number of these items can be obtained over the counter at the warehouse by verbal request with the unit charge code. From finding the energy resources, wherever they may be, to refining, distillation, and or cracking into a usable product, to filling your tank at the pump or changing the oil in your vehicle, supply chain management is the key to success. Phillips 66 Lake Charles Manufacturing Complex was constructed in 1941. Originally, it was designed to process 7,500 barrels of crude oil per day to supply high-octane aviation fuel to World War II warplanes. Now it processes 239,000 barrels of crude oil per day. Products include petroleum coke, gasoline, diesel, propane, and jet fuel. It's delivered throughout the U.S. via truck, rail, and major common carrier pipelines. Just a small part of the overall supply chain management for Phillips 66. Supply chain management keeps a company rolling, making it work at the operations level, one requisition at a time.